Of course, a lot of boxing channels cover news. Seems like a pretty obvious thing to say. But in the wake of what's been happening with the supposed negotiations between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, it shows just how much attention can be abused. Now, this is something that just kind of pertains to the internet in general, but at the same time, this just keeps degrading and diluting our sport. At what point does real news actually become pointless parroting? Because that's what a lot of news is these days. Whether it's with videos, content creators, or people who do articles, this stuff is often rendered irrelevant the very next day when somebody goes, oh no, actually a fight is on, it's off. People keep reacting to each little bit of pointless information, and it may seem harmless. It may just seem like the way of the internet. But if you look at it on a deeper level, if you keep rushing to these videos, which of course can be monetized with adverts, and fighters know they can stay relevant without fighting, talk isn't cheap anymore. You can go on Twitter and have a cringe-inducing term and have a Twitter war. That will actually keep you relevant. It keeps people talking about you. The more you flock and react to this kind of stuff, you're actually preventing the bigger fights from happening. If something isn't actually worthy of a response, then it shouldn't get any kind of response. You have got to almost try and impose on yourself some kind of parental guidance to just filter all this crap away from your peripheral. I know this is the era of the internet. We basically all live double lives. We're always plugged into the matrix, so to speak. But if you just look as a bit of a contrast to those monthly boxing mags. Now, Boxing Monthly here in the UK doesn't exist anymore. I think the internet ate it up. But if you look at all that news you got in just a month and all the different little articles, there was a lot of worth there. You put that issue away, you'll check it out in the years to come. When you get this daily little look at this, look at this, look at this, none of it matters. Here's another video of Tyson Fury calling an opponent a dosser. People are starting to get bored of that. They're starting to wise up a little bit, which they should do, because the more time of day you give that kind of crap, the more it slows everything down. Why do you think the whole Mayweather principle started to take hold? Because they know that they can go, well, we can give you a fight where we're not actually at our best anymore, and we might even present something like a bit of a spar, but we know that you don't have the real abilities to discern this and reject it. We know you'll buy it because of our names. So we're kind of insulting your intelligence and we're taking your money. No, we've got to be better than that. We want to see fights between guys in their prime, and we don't want to hear any malarkey or bollocks about when's a fight happening, blah, 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 blah. It's either official or it's not. And while I'm on a nice little bit of a roll with this rant, I would also like to address some of the stupid points of conversation that have been made recently with the weight regarding heavyweight. Whether it's an Andy Ruiz being this new slim version of himself, with people using two pictures from completely different angles so you could never tell if there's any difference in weight, to the likes of Alexander Usyk apparently bulking up, which I remember looking at those pictures thinking, is he any bigger? I've got some alright kind of defined traps, that's about it. And then what do you know? He's only about half a pound heavier, thus showing that all that, oh, look at this article video was rendered, of course, as we know, completely irrelevant. Now, when it comes to certain channels getting a number of people online to have a chat about recent developments, that can be more rewarding. We can explore certain themes, we can elaborate. That's all good. But when it comes to just daily echoing something and giving it all kinds of speculations, which in about 12 hours is proven false, that's more maddening than rewarding. This is not exactly a news channel, as you've probably guessed. If I was to try and give a prescription for the problem I've been talking about, I would say at least go to BoxRec. See if something is about to become official before yapping about something that may never happen. And indeed, by yapping about it, giving it all that attention, listening and paying attention to these Twitter wars, you might actually seal the deal that it's never going to happen. Talk isn't cheap anymore. I would say it's our job as fans to try and reduce its currency.